Hello, Jazz Wiener. I'm going to do your tag. Question 1. The best Halloween song. Um, that's funny because I don't think of Halloween as being a musical holiday. Um, Leanne said The Rite of Spring. I don't find that that's a very contemporary sounding song. And I believe the story behind it was the audience was not ready for something so modern. And they sort of rioted in the theater and tore the theater up because the music made them, I guess, go a little nutty. Um, Leanne can answer to say if that's correct or not because she was probably there. um, yeah, it's not like, uh, people sit around and sing pumpkin carols or anything, to quote Linus from Charlie Brown Halloween show. Yeah, the only thing that I can think of is Monster Mash. What is his name? Johnny Pickens or something from the 60s, the Monster Mash. Other than that, I don't know. Halloween was never a music associated holiday for me, like Christmas and even Easter. So, that's a hard one. I would have to say Monster Mash. Question 2 is, what would you wear to a Halloween party? Well, I'd probably just wear what I always wear, my regular clothes, unless it's a costume party, which I think is what Jasmine is meaning because she said she'd dress as a witch. Um, yeah, well, then if I had to wear a costume, my first thought is vampire Dracula, but I'd probably try to be as easy as possible and not have to put too much effort and work into it. I don't know. Maybe a werewolf, or maybe I'd try to get sarcastic somehow and be something from the news, something topical. Or, I saw a really cute commercial, really cute costume. It's kind of made the rounds on social media for a while. A little boy uh, went trick or treating dressed up as a fart, and all he did, it was like brown gauze or something wrapped around him in sort of a cloud, and he went as a fart. I like costumes like that take thought, imagination, and are humorous. So maybe I would go as a fart or something of that type of humorous vein. Next, Jasmine asks if we've ever played with a Ouija board. Yes. My eldest sister, got one. I think it was like when they first came out. She got it for Christmas, I think. So we had it in the house with our games, Clue, Monopoly, the Ouija board, and all the other type of board games. And that's how we saw it. Just a board game. I know there are some people that believe that it contacts spirits, and there's some people that say, oh, you should never play with a Ouija board. Oh, it will bring evil into your house, and it opens the door for evil spirits to come in. And we would play it, and always there would be one person, or maybe more than one person, who would try to move the thing around so that it answered the way they wanted it to answer, or to make jokes. To, if somebody said something, we would make it spell out stinker, or give the wrong answer, so to sort of tease whoever was playing. But it was I never saw it as anything real. It was always somebody pushing it around to make a prank, or to try to, fake. What would you do if you found a witch's spell book? I would probably look through it to see if there were any interesting lithographs, anything old that was artistically done. Um, maybe read through some of the spells to see how strange and weird and funky they are. I probably would get rid of it. I don't know, take it to a book library or donate it somewhere because I don't know. I don't need a witch book. I, I don't believe in it. I don't believe in any of that. I think it's all gobbledygook and made up stuff. So nothing I would need to have in my library. I would take it somewhere and let somebody else enjoy it. Halloween prank you pulled on someone. I don't remember ever pulling a Halloween prank on anybody. Um, there were a couple of years when my brothers and sisters and I were past the age of trick or treating, so we got the idea of dressing up as monsters and answering the door to give out treats. Um, and we, hung sheets to darken the front entry of the house, and we had haunted house and thunderstorm sound effect records playing out one of the front windows, and we had we dyed some pumpkin guts with red food coloring, and we had a bowl of it, and we would sort of like be playing with it in our hands, and it looked like we were playing with bloody guts. So some of the kids were really grossed out by that. I guess you could consider that a Halloween prank to play on kids and scare them. And then sometimes my dad would do his Boris Karloff laugh, and my mom would do her witch laugh. Anything to make the kids, as soon as they took their treat and turned around, like one of us would scream, or dad would do his Boris Karloff laugh or something to make them run away as fast as they could out of fear. Um, yeah, I remember my brother Greg played a trick on me. It wasn't for Halloween, it was just being a mean older brother. He took the time to unscrew light bulbs so that, first of all, he hid in a closet and started moaning. And he was on the second floor, I was on the first floor. I started hearing this moaning. And so I started walking around trying to find out where this moaning was coming from and who was doing it. And I slowly got to my parents' closet. I tried to turn on the light in their bedroom, but he had unscrewed the light bulbs, so the light would not work. And then I heard moaning coming from the closet, so in the dark I went over toward the closet to see what the sound was, why this moaning was coming from my parents' closet. I open the door and he comes bounding out at me wearing a turtleneck pulled up so it looks like he had no head. Of course, I was scared and I jumped back and ran all the way back down the stairs. I think I partially fell down the stairs. So I have had spooky pranks played on me, but I have never really played it on other people. And I believe that is the last question. And with that, I will bid everybody a happy Halloween. Their Scout. Ooh. Ooh. I thought maybe he'd bark. Bye.